How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here with Veronica Mars, episode 14 of this season. And a part 2. Just to make things a bit more tantalizing, because, yeah, this case, which, you know, last week, thought it was going to be a case of the week thing that would be wrapped up within the same episode, it got a bit more complicated, didn't it? Because, yeah, Josh was arrested, he broke out, and Veronica is getting in the shitter basically for it. So yeah, with the fact that there is this kind of idea that she helped aid in Josh's escape. So yeah, and yeah, we still don't know who killed Josh's father. I mean, yeah, Josh escaping does not look good on him. It doesn't necessarily mean, yep, he's definitely the one that killed his father. But escaping is not helping whatsoever, so it will be very interesting to see where things go. Obviously, we've got that in conjunction with, obviously, the arc that we are having this season, or the latter part of this season in regards to who shot the dean. But, yeah, with that said, let's get into this episode. It's Veronica Mars, episode 14 of this season. Let's go.
Bribed one of your deputies with said cookie?
Damn. He was allergic, but you know that. After the paramedic revived him with an epinephrine shot, Josh overpowered him and escaped out of the back of the ambulance.
Oh, sugar!
You didn't have a deputy with him?
So he used that
he was riding up front
to his advantage.
As his accomplice. You're where?
Oh, come on, Veronica. Has she even got like
tell me you didn't help an accused murderer escape jail.
Yo, Pops, check it out. This girl ain't gonna be nobody's.
Where did she get the stick-on tattoo from?
On the breathalyzer when they booked him. No way Lamb can get a conviction, and he knows it.
Well, that sounds like great news.
But he's gonna
bad
hold
news.
Veronica as long as he possibly can.
Great.
Can I get you anything, honey?
Oh, a couple cartons of smokes. What?
Just... I thought this sight would be more traumatic for me, but...
It's more humorous. Jesus Christ. I mean, Veronica did get played.
She was probing my alibi.
She does have a lot of initiative.
She also has got a lot of promise. And she doesn't need to be slumming it in a PI office the rest of her life.
Oh!
Just for the record. That
What
night
the
I
fuck?
checked the grant at 7, and there's no more for you or your daughter to find. So please stop trying. It's starting to piss me off.
I mean, why get fucking snippy?
Call over to Hearst, see if they stored any of the dean's stuff. Computer, phone, whatever, we can dust for prints.
Sure.
And bring Mindy Odell in. I'd like to ask her a few questions.
Ooh, heck, Mindy. You in the trouble.
Thanks. You've nearly warmed this cold, cold heart of mine.
I definitely get it. Oh, come on, really?
This definitely warms mine. You don't remember.
It's a sight to see, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Pretty late for him. So if I found that bottle, there wouldn't be any missing pills.
There are several missing.
Where did they go?
Convenient.
I took them. My husband's suicide left me with a certain amount of anxiety.
Logan, can we, like, borrow you?
Borrow him?
Will they be returned in my current pristine condition?
Yes.
Go on.
Oh no.
Mason didn't show at practice and no one seen or heard from him.
Any
Oh,
chance
shit.
Mason is...
He told me to go see the wizard and ask him for some guts.
Well, did you?
Yeah, he said to let you know you're the only sheriff in America who he considers a true friend of Dorothy.
Oh! You know what's funny? I just reacted to the Wicked trailer as well. What? What the fuck?
Oh, Josh.
What the fuck, Josh?
I know he did. He killed my dad.
What if he
You
did?
gotta believe me.
What? Put it away.
It's the gun I told you about. He
Yeah,
killed my
but
dad,
you're-
Veronica, and this proves it. I know how this. I have 10 grand in rare coins my grandfather left me in a safe
rare
deposit box. I need an ID that says I'm 21 to pull him out without a parent's signature. Can you help me with that? Wallace showed me the fake ID you made him.
Oh, sheesh.
Your gun.
But I wasn't lying about what I saw.
He seems convinced otherwise.
Oh, really? I must have missed that.
Again, he could have seen someone that looks like Josh. Easy to make a mistake.
As instructed, send it to me, and I'll send you the next clue. First team to finish
Is this
wins backstage
mandatory?
passes to all tomorrow's parties. So, okay, couples, are we ready
Can
for
you
the
pull
Valentine's
out?
Day scavenger?
Her husband is a captain. Official sidearm of the Navy, Colt 45. What if the captain found out about the affair?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay a visit tomorrow.
Splitting of a bamboo. Can I see that for a second?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
That looks painful. This is where they're going to be like, no, it looks wrong. Do it again.
Super Titans. It's a curse, actually.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is all a scam.
Which means, on the night of the Dean's murder...
Wait, it was an hour.
Our ear witness was watching Space Ghost at 3:30, not 2:30.
Which means the shot he heard came an hour later.
Uh-huh.
Also after Mindy's car was returned to the hotel valet.
Ooh, shit!
Pacific Ocean.
I thought you were supposed to be some kind of surfing badass.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, are they teasing something between Parker and Logan?
Logan, we have no time for you to change it.
And it's like a double date, isn't it? Look at this!
Sachs, tell me the forensics results in front of Neptune's
Drum roll.
favorite amateur crime-fighting duo.
Drum roll.
Can't tell, Sheriff. Are you being
Did you
sarcastic?
ID the
want-
principal?
Yeah. Someone named Steve Botondo.
That ought to come in handy.
Well, hey, it's still third place.
Second loser.
Well, better than being this
Right.
fourth place. Feel bad for them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. You're supposed to crash for an hour, not smash.
Suicide note, and whoever wrote it also put a bullet in the Dean's head.
Not looking good for you.
That bitch is setting me up.
That bitch being your ex-wife?
I'm done talking. My client was taken into custody 100 yards inside Santa Rita County. You don't have jurisdiction there.
Oh.
Any information you gather today will be inadmissible.
The-
I'm sure you know that. Do go on.
I know this is a whole serious thing, but I don't know. There's something so good about, I don't know, Sheriff Lamb getting put in his place.
Mr. Barry was a patient.
Oh,
He was sick?
shit.
Have you heard of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease?
Oh,
It
no.
was terminal. And what he was about to go through? All I know is whoever killed him.
Oh, no. Oh, whoa. I have a new theory. I think it's just been spelled out for us. I don't think anyone killed him. I mean, I know there was another person there, but either someone... See, you... It sounds so antagonistic whenever you say killed, of course, as we all know. But I don't think anyone outright had it out for him in terms of giving them motive to end their life. If he has this terminal disease, I think you could spell out what I'm about to say. Because again, I don't think anyone killed him outright in terms of, oh, you did this, oh, you're gonna pay, bang, bang. I think someone helped end his life.
Babysitter at the time of the murder, you think she hired somebody?
That was my first
Make it
thought.
look like an
What?
accident shooting someone,
They took out a
right?
second mortgage to pay for their younger son's medical expenses. It's not like they'd find 10 grand in the couch cushions. And it's not like
Oh, that would
hitmen
be
work
nice,
on spec.
though.
And for insurance money.
Not exactly.
Wait here. I want to show you something.
It's a gun! I was joking when you said, like, a gun. I was joking!
Something you want to tell me, Mrs. Berry?
No, I still think it was... Oh, okay.
Just, I've dealt with him before. The guy's a little unhinged.
I think I can handle it, Keith, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you a call if you need any backup.
What a dickhead. It's just action heroing in this. Oh my, alright! Wait, what the fuck?
Smell, Fred.
Sax.
Shit!
Sax.
Oh, he took a
I
life
need
though.
for you to go call for an ambulance.
He's, oh my, what the
Now.
fuck just...
Run out on our insurance claim. It's time you know. I was responsible for my own death.
That was right.
Joshua, as I make this tape, I'm dying of a disease.
I mean, that's it though. Some people are going to choose to take their own life if they are dying from a
financial resources.
painful disease.
I know I was tough on you, but I was preparing you to be man of the house. I leave this.
This is
earth,
tragic.
No doubt, you've taken good care of your mother and brother.
It looks like you.
It's,
Looks like...
It's Coach Yeager.
Aaron
My
Yeager?
dad's assistant coach, he played for him at Army.
That's who Mason saw.
Well, that's not
That's simply the kind of man.
jam
you are.
or ketchup, for sure.
He says that Sheriff Lamb's dead.
What the fuck?
Can't believe Josh did it and just disappeared.
Yo, what?
I know I'm a tough man to shake, Mrs. Odell.
Oh!
What do you want?
Sheriff Mars.
Boyfriend, Hank Landry. So here's the deal. Either you're covering for him or he's covering for you.
What the fuck's going
Tell
on?
me which it is right now.
What the fuck is going on? Jesus. Nah. I'm sorry, but I feel like the episode should have ended at the revelation that Lamb died, because that's all I could... like, there was the shot of Logan and Parker. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm still processing it. And then there's that shot of, you know, Keith with the sheriff gear. And I'm like, oh my god. I don't even know how to... because it's not like... I don't even know how to feel. It's not like I wanted Sheriff Lamb to die or whatever. So I'm just... I mean, I feel almost saddened, but I don't like the guy. But I guess you could still be saddened and not like the guy. Yeah, I mean, we saw the blood at the back of his head, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then I think Sax killed Steve Bottano, and because I mean, obviously, you're gonna have that overwhelming sense of worry and fear and whatnot. You're taking a life, and you know, Sax he's innocent. He's an innocent little, yeah. I just can't. Lamb. Yo, it's not looking good for Mindy. It's not looking good for Landry. It's definitely not looking good for Lamb. Because he's dead. Can't believe that though. Because I thought, I mean, it was very, very ominous when he got clubbered and blood was pouring out the back of his head. Because I saw that, I'm like, oh shit. So yeah. And then, of course, I think Steve ends up dying or whatever, because I think Sax shot him, and yeah. And not just that, though, but of course, you know, like with a character like Sax, I know we don't have too much focus on him. He's usually, you know, picking up Lamb's dirty work and all of that. So yeah, I do kind of hope as well that this might open the door for Sax to get a bit more development, but we'll see. But yeah, I know we don't get too much development on him, but I think when you like, we will have characters who will be going through it in terms of taking, which is understandable in terms of taking a life. You're just gonna be like, oh shit, yeah. So, I can imagine that that's what was going through Sax's head at that point. But of course, there's a double whammy with the sheriff, or the former sheriff now, and yeah, and that's it though. I mean, I wanted Keith to knock Lamb off his pedestal for so long. I wanted Keith to be back in the position of being sheriff once again. But was this the way? I don't think so. I mean, that's it though. He was a doofus, and he would always be a bit of a foil for Veronica and Keith, and he would always, like, whenever you want to see him get his comeuppance, it's not at the extent of murder him, or whatever. It's more so about the fact of him getting embarrassed, him getting humbled every time and again. You know, one of the fun things is Veronica just always upstaging him. And now she can't do that anymore. So, yeah. Man. So I'm a bit gutted, I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm like, I don't know how to process this because, yeah, I didn't like the character because he was a complete dickhead. At the same time, though, this is not a character that, you know, should have deserved death and all that just because you hated him. He didn't do anything to warrant death. It was more so the fact that he warranted any kind of humbling that Veronica or even Keith would present. So, yeah. But yeah, this was insane. I want to know what the fuck is happening with the whole Landry, Mindy, Cyrus situation, because we've gotten that revelation that the gunshot that was heard around the world, I'm kidding, the gunshot that was heard was an hour later than reported. So Mindy's car was back at the hotel, not whilst she was out. So that was, you know, okay. And it gets tasty, doesn't it? Like, okay, well, this, because if you're an hour can be a long time, and not just that though, but it's enough for Mindy to go from being out to being in at the hotel. But then you've got Weevil finding blood, and unless someone's trying to frame Hank or some shit, it's like Keith says, either he's covering your ass or you're covering his. What's it going to be? So unless someone is trying to frame Landry, and oh, you know what? Let's put some blood on his shirt, and then yeah, that puts him in the shitter. I mean, he was being very defensive, but he did omit the part, because when he went to bollock Keith about what happened that night, guess what? He omitted the part about him and Landry meeting. Because, of course, you hear that whole kerfuffle about, oh, two guys were arguing and all of that. But we know that Landry and Cyrus had a bit of a confrontation when Cyrus went to approach him. So, yeah. But, of course, anything could have gone down in that exchange. But he omitted that part. And it's so funny with this whole getting away with murder shtick. I don't know. I don't think it's either of them. Because this whole... I mean, yeah, the whole getting away with murder essay that was done middle of the season could have been foreshadowing. Could have been, you know, Landry getting ideas. But there's so much emphasis focused, like, not just in this episode, but the entire case focused on Mindy and Landry. That makes me think, what if it wasn't them two? And now it begs the question, who could it be? But again, I mean, it could be the obvious and all of that. Sometimes they'll go the most obvious direction. Like, I get it if it's a one-off episode, like a crime of the week, but for an arc, I don't know. So, yeah. But we'll see what does happen. But yeah, it was really great to, obviously, we had to follow the arrest made last episode. Yeah. And we got some, it went in a tragic direction, did what happened to the coach. I didn't, all of this time you're going to be guessing, of course, who murdered him. Because obviously last episode there was no indicators, at least for me, that suggested he was dying. And so as soon as that doctor brought up about the fact that it was a terminal illness, the alarm bells went off in my head. If you could hear the sound, just imagine, I don't know, 10 alarm bells ringing in my head the moment I had to pause and process everything. Because, of course, there are going to be terminal diseases that a person cannot live with. Like, they'll go through something and they'll want to die rather than but of course it got a bit more complicated before we did get to the coach's video, because there is that whole situation where what was it, that insurance thing in terms of the family can get double if it was an accident and all of that. So yeah. So that could have been an indication that, okay, well, someone could kill him and all of that. So yeah, and that led to the wife. And that was a whole kerfuffle, because of course Veronica and Josh went to the bank to see if the coin collection was there, and if not, then I mean, she would have because of course they had no money, so she would have had that taken. But it was still there, so yeah. But like I said, that was just a little. I think for me that was just a little kerfuffle, because I think I was so resigned to the idea that, especially when you got to consider, like last episode, who killed him, who had beef with him. Like, there seemed to be so much malice, and then there was that last minute twist in terms of the last episode. Josh escaped, which didn't look good for him. Veronica gets arrested, of course, for aiding him, and of course she was none the wiser that he was allergic. So yeah, it was a fucking ballsy revelation, though, that I am allergic to that. But you know what? That's a way for me to break out. So still not good luck. And then to add insult to injury, he just kidnaps Mason because he was so convinced he did it. So yeah, which is so funny considering, of course, Mason, who also got it wrong, saw someone that looked like Josh, except it wasn't Josh. And that was another thing that was on my mind about the fact that, I mean, depending how far you are away from the incident and what time it was, I mean, it could be easier compared to another time of day to get it wrong. So, and Coach Yeager, I think it was, in the video, yeah. He would have, Veronica thought it was Josh at first, and then it was like, that's why Mason thought it was Josh. So yeah, but again, I mean, as soon as they brought up the illness, I was like, yeah, I think this was a suicide, but making it look like an accident somehow. Because you had to remember that two people were there on the incident of the shooting and all of that. So yeah. And it makes so much sense with the insurance thing and all of that. So it was just very, very interesting to see how things played out, because it just, like, again, when you bring that up, considering the two-parter, I would dub this as, because it technically is. considering how late we were getting and all of the twists and turns we've had from Veronica being arrested and Josh saying he didn't do it, but then he gets himself, he essentially makes himself vulnerable to escape, and Mason and all of that. I was just thinking, is this where we get to a reveal where he just kills himself? Because, again, I know that there are going to be terminal illnesses that is going to be too much for a person to bear, and he even said it, and he wouldn't be the first person to have done so, to have wanted their own life to be taken and all of that. Of course there can be other means in terms of taking a life, but at the end of the day, death is still death, and yeah, so it was putting the numbers together really, it was putting the numbers together really for what happened to the coach, and that bombshell that he was sadly dying. So, and it's just so tragic for Josh, isn't it? So yeah, especially with him being accused of it anyways, from very early in the last episode. And then all of the kerfuffles he was embroiled with, having to escape, and now finding out that he was dying. It's just sad, and sad for the family as well. So yeah, but it was very interesting, and I'm glad that they did give it a bit of an extension rather than it being a hurried case, because I think the pacing of it was really well done. So yeah. But yeah, there was also that whole Logan, Parker, Bronson, Mac thing. That was basically filler and all of that. It was this whole scavenger hunt thing that is pushing the boat out for Parker and Logan. So yeah. But I thought that when Logan went to visit Veronica in the prison cell, I thought this was, okay, this is going to get them back on the same track. However, it does seem like they are going to be doing Parker and Logan. So, yeah. And it was nice to see a bit more, of Mac, and glad that her relationship with Bronson is doing well. So, yeah. And you've got to be so happy for Mac, especially given the whole Cassidy debacle last season. So yeah, but interesting episode, very interesting, especially with the Sheriff Lamb thing. I'm gonna miss him, I'm not gonna lie. I know it sounds wrong, it sounds wrong to say that, but yeah, I mean, again, it's a character that you don't necessarily want him dead. You want him to lose. You want him to trip over his own 2 feet and all of that, and you want him to be embarrassed time and time and again, especially with such an ego like his. But to see him dead in the line of duty and all of that is just, it just sucks, doesn't it? So yeah. And obviously Veronica and Keith are going to be bummed out by it. I mean, yeah, Keith does take the honor, I guess, in a sense of returning as sheriff, because of course we began this and he was obviously, yeah. Not like this though. It feels it's a bittersweet feeling, isn't it, for Keith to get back at being a sheriff, but at what cost? Sadly for Sheriff Lamb to have died from, I guess, brain injury, considering the, yeah, so, phew. I'll see you guys next time then. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!